real pirate of anime right here, boy.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. They're not even pirates.
Yes, it's already better than One Piece.
First of all, first of all, motherfuckers are in a submarine
Yeah,
like the law
well,
pirates. I don't appreciate that. That's not a pirate ship.
well then,
And
yeah.
they look like
I
samurai. What the fuck is up with that?
I don't know. Artistic expression,
They
as they
look like
would say.
samurai. They fight like ninja. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Herbal Synergies, the shop. I'm your host, Sinji. With me, as always, my co-host, Bay.
What up?
What's up, Irby? How you doing today, man?
I'm swell. Can't complain.
It's been a while. It feels like it's been too long, but it's only been a week or so.
Yeah, been a little time.
Yeah.
We left you without a dope beat to step to.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever he said.
Yeah, that's my musical side coming out.
Mm. Flavor of the week. You want to take it first?
Yeah, I got my flavor of the week is Megumi's big brain move to figure out Karare's ability. And I was thinking, I was like, people say Gojo's like Kakashi, but I think Megumi might be more like Kakashi than Gojo, just because Megumi uses hounds, and he's kind of smart. Not
Yeah.
the
You know what?
strongest, but smart.
Yeah, Kakashi is not that OP when you compare him to like people of Shippuden.
Yeah,
So like I can relate to the Megumi being more like Kakashi than Gojo.
yeah.
If we
I
had to
mean,
compare Gojo to somebody, I'd say he's more like Madara.
yeah. Someone just with some visual eye prowess,
And
but
you can't touch the motherfucker.
yeah.
All
But
right,
yeah,
that's solid. Even though it wasn't my favorite one of the two shows we started, it did carry my moment, my flavor. It'll be the first episode of Fena,
Fena.
the Pirate Princess,
Yeah,
and it was when my boy Yukimaru just fucking sliced up 4 or 5 people in a matter of seconds
yeah,
and killed them all. But it also watching that also kind of ticked me off because I hate when animes do that. They display like this overwhelming speed ability and stealth. But when the motherfuckers are in a 101 situation fighting someone that could be comparable to the strength, the speed goes away. They're nowhere near that fast anymore.
yeah. I don't understand it, but yeah, he came through with the swiftness, cut up all the little bandits.
Yeah, it was like, and it made me think about cause like I told you, I'm rewatching Shippuden, and like during the fight with Itachi and Sasuke, they show a lot of flashbacks to Itachi and Sasuke, and like
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the one flashback of when Sasuke first found Itachi in the hallway when they were trying to abduct Naruto, and every time I see that, it's just like, okay, but you're a lot slower running in that hallway than you were when you were about to hit Garo with that lightning blade. Like, where the fuck is the speed, Sasuke?
He also when he was hitting guard with the lightning blade, he also had a long run and start before he did it. Like he went off the wall. You remember?
Yeah, yeah.
So that could be it. Who knows? But yeah, the speed's always different. Or maybe it was his blind hatred. It also probably tried to build up the moment too. So
I hear you.
yeah,
Sir,
yes.
I think you have more shows to talk about than me, so we'll start off with you, and then we'll get into me spilling some tea. Have you been watching or reading Tower of God?
I have been.
Let it rip, dog. But let me hear it. Let me hear it. Where are you? It's been 2 weeks, Irby. You should have gotten
I
any
only
readings
read,
in.
you know, I only do eight
Oh, you
chapters at a
fucking
time,
piece of
baby.
shit.
Shoot. Hey. So we're back when Daniel decides to take Harbor Yun as a hostage, and the middle fish lady goes to attack Bam, but Bam's gonna blow it up, but then she splits them all into smaller fishes. So, and then the prince of the little girl show up, and they've learned how to control their power after the workshop. There was a seed to help them with this, and then Bam uses the living sensory control technique that he saw, and he pretty much defeated all the fish. And then the whole crew shows up, and Akka reacts to Daniel being alive, and they're kind of like, "Why do you hate Daniel?" And I'm assuming that Daniel was one of the ones of the five that was supposed to be dead, but he's somehow now alive. Who knows? Uh, so then Rachel Group begins boarding the train, and Kun shows up. And then Kun didn't expect for Kasano and Rachel to be on the same side. And he avoids the trap thanks to Rack, my boy Rack coming through in the clutch. Kun tells him how he was able to get up there by using a different elevator, and Daniel tried to raise Rowan. I guess Rowan's the girl or someone that died on the train.
Mm-hmm.
When we flash back to Kun's group, Sweet and Sour is going to take on Kasano, and Kun is about to run up on Rachel, my boy. So
Conniving blue haired bastard.
I like Kun.
I love Con.
Yeah.
I love that trio, bro. I love that like a lot of these mangas, manhwas, animes adapt this trio thing. And Bam, Kun, and Rack are a very fucking great trio.
Hmm.
Proceed.
So then Kun calls Rachel a sly woman, and Sweet and Sour or Wang Nen reveals that the Pokeball he's using to fight Kasano is something engineered specifically to be used against him. So it's like essentially an antimatter bomb, and Miss Yeon steps in to help and comes looking for Rachel and Kasano, and Kun uses his knife to cut through the lighthouse that Rachel dropped on him. So, and let's see, Bam raises up the steps, and then he gazes longingly into Rachel's eyes, like, "Where have you been all my life, sweetheart?"
Bro, this is the moment I've been telling like, yo, shit's gonna pop off. Like
Yeah,
this from this moment on, it's where I was saying, I was like, yo, just wait, it's gonna fucking pop off.
yeah. So then Bam he's all fixated on Rachel. He has questions running through his mind, and why I still don't understand why he doesn't refuse to see Rachel as a bad person.
Well, it's
But
that whole love is blind. Like Bam's not in love with Rachel, but like in his
love of what
head,
she is, yeah.
no, 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 not even what
Or
she is. It was like in his head when he was I don't even know how this nigga was eaten, but like when he was trapped in the cave, she's the one who came to him. Mind you, she probably could have let him out because Rachel's a fucking bitch and Bam doesn't realize this. She probably could
yeah,
have let him out the cave, but she kept him in there. So to him, she was the only bit of light in his life, the only entertainment, the
yeah.
only
That's what I'm
anything.
saying. Like that's like it's not like in love, but it's like love for what she stood for
Yeah, yeah.
to him. Yeah. So, and then they all get to talking, and then Bam followed Rachel because he had faith in her. And then Kasano unleashes his power, and then Bam says he doesn't care about anything. and that he just needs Rachel. And Rachel says, "I got something I need to do. I don't have time for your little scrub self." And it's much more important to Bam, and it kind of gets to him. And Uraha reaches the train, and then Bam's Thorn goes crazy, and he's overcome with emotion. And Bam starts to question everything of Rachel has done. Then Bam knocks whoever he's fighting with out with a single punch. And then he gets a little domestic violence here and talk about some Rachel can't go anywhere, controlling. I'm like, oh man, that's not a good look. And
He
then
did appear like super fucking crazy and clingy there.
yeah, he's like, you not gonna leave me. Then so Kun is trying to talk some sense into Bam so I won't be taken over by the thorn. Bam just wants to go back to old times. He wants to know why Rachel wants to go up the tower. He's growing during the battle, getting his techniques up. And then Rachel tries to flee. The, the Bam fights continue. It's revealed that he's fighting Mad Dog. Bam jumps up, learns how to fly, he pulls a Luffy, and he Rachel Rachel says she must get on the train. She has, and if you want to stop her, you're gonna have to kill her. And then this part pushes Bam again. I'm like, dang. Mm-mm-mm. Apparently, Bam following them is part of the plan. Maybe, and I'm wondering is that part to be the savior of the tower? You know, and
Bro,
that's all I
I,
got
I,
to.
I am up to date with Tower of God, and I
Mm-hmm.
still don't know what fucking direction this is heading. I don't know what side Bam's on. I mean, like, he's not being used per se, but, like, I don't know what's going on at all. I don't know whose side he's gonna end up on, is what overall what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But, how, how'd you like the last 8 chapters?
they were all right. Nothing too spectacular. They got the stuff done.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm very even keel when it comes to stuff. So,
All right. So,
nah, I
on to
mean,
my news. I'm about to spill some tea for
mm-hmm.
our few listeners that actually tune in for us weekly. I, sir, am writing my own script for an anime, which I guess technically
Word.
wouldn't be considered anime because it's American made. So like, I don't want to call it a cartoon because I feel like that wouldn't describe it. I don't really know what to call it.
You said what now?
What?
Uh, I thought my brain went somewhere else. But yeah. What's it about?
Oh, nigga, I'm not saying that on air.
Oh, okay. You keeping that proprietary resource to yourself, huh?
No, not to myself, but like I don't want to put it out there and then someone with better resources gets it out before me. Cause it sounds
Hmm.
fucking dope.
Really?
I am gonna send you an clutch the prologue because my prologue's done,
Word.
and then I'll give you guys a general consensus of what's it about. But I don't want to put anything out there because I actually do want to eventually get this. I don't know how I'm gonna attack it yet. I might look into like self-publishing so it's out there first, and then no one can steal it when I try to get it
You have
adapted
to do,
into an anime.
you have to do put a copyright out there.
Yeah, but like sometimes that doesn't really work. Like they can say no to my idea and just change things so that they do it and like
No,
they avoid the
it's
copyright
your
shit.
as long as your intellectual properties out there, it's yours.
Okay. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I've been working on that's what you've been listening to me type last few days.
Oh, you mean when you hunt and peck?
When I'm what?
Hunt and peck.
I don't know what that
It's
means.
it means you're slow type where you type with one finger and you go doop 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 like the old people.
I don't type like that though.
Yeah, That's not what it sounds like.
Well, slow to you is not slow, motherfucker.
Dang. Well, it'd be like that.
Yes, I do. I do. I do. But I already have three copies out there with people I trust and read the
Oh,
prologue.
a
And I'm gonna
word.
send two.
So I guess I guess I don't get.
I
I
was
guess I don't make
waiting.
it.
Shut the fuck up and let me finish. I was waiting to put it out there on the anime. I mean, on the podcast before I sent you and Clutch a copy. So,
Mm-hmm.
my boy, when you actually listen to this, shoot me the email. I'll send you the copy. Irby, I got you. As soon as we're done recording this, I'm gonna send you the copy. I could probably just do
Mm-hmm.
it through Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's my news. I'm pretty excited about this. I have names, I have plots, I have a general consensus of what I'm doing all the way up to season 3.
Mm-hmm. Season 3. As
It,
if you survived season 1 and 2 first.
well, if
No,
no,
I know.
I was like, if no one wants to, I'll just continue. It'll cost me a few, but I'll keep putting it out there myself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just need to find an artist because I'm not good at drawing and I don't want to put out. I mean, I can do light novels, but if I did a light novel, I'd need to find a professional writer to professionally write it because I'm.
Mm.
It's that's not me.
Well, congratulations, Saya.
Thank you, thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah.
The one person who is into anime and read it already really likes it. Once more, I was like, "This is just a prologue. I don't know if I'm gonna be." See, I'm giving away the prologue to the people I trust. But anything after the prologue, I don't know if I'm gonna let everyone who read the prologue read because like I want there to be like if it does get adapted, I want there to be some surprise there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I at the very least, I don't think you, the person who gave me feedback, or Clutch are gonna see anything past the prologue.
Well, dang. That,
Unfortunately, as
that
much as I
hurts my
would want to,
feelings.
it's not. It's not because I don't want to. It's because I'd rather you see the finished product.
Nah, it's because you don't even like us.
Whatever.
Damn. Mm-mm-mm.
The two
But yeah,
people who I will let see like the drafts after, I'm fairly confident they won't actually watch or read the final product. So that's why it's like, hey, just read this. Tell me what you think about it. Blah blah blah.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huh.
Working on it. Working at Irby. We can talk more about it off air. I just don't want anyone to steal my idea because I think it's a good one. It already feels different. It feels new. Doesn't seem like anyone's done it before. And
We shall see.
I've been I've this is something I've thought about for like years. Like when I'm like when I was walking home from high school, sometimes I'd wonder like if I was to make an anime, what would it be? Blah blah blah. So like years and years, I've thought about this concept and like it hit, and now I'm running with it.
Running, 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 running. Yeah, well, that's good for you.
Yes.
Yeah. When you make it big, can't forget about us, the little people.
Well, of course not, because my here's my overall goal. As you know, like I work a lot of hours, but I have my hands in my gaming channel, Simply Gaming, guys. Simply Gaming YouTube. Our podcast, Herbal Synergy, guys. Herbal Synergy, our podcast, and now this, the show. And my overall goal is for one of these things, whether it's the show, the podcast, or the gaming channel, to blow up and feed the other two.
Yeah. 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 See?
You sound very doubtful right now, and I do not appreciate.
Oh, no, I'm just reading something online.
Okay. Um.
No,
Irving.
I always try to lift up my kings, you know?
No, don't patronize me, dog. Don't try to uplift
Damn.
me.
Dang.
This ain't this ain't a game in Madden, bro. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Dang. Well, you can do it, big dog.
You wanna? All right. So what? Other than the two shows and Jujutsu Kaisen, what else do we have to talk about? Was there
Nothing
anything else?
really.
All right. So
Mm,
you talk about the Pirate Princess. It was your recommendation. I'll talk about ReZero, and then you can talk about Jujutsu because you'll probably remember it more than I would.
yeah. So the real pirate of anime right here, boy.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. They're not even pirates.
Yes, it's already better than One Piece.
First of all, first of all, motherfuckers are in a submarine
Yeah.
like the Law
Well,
Pirates. I don't appreciate that. That's not a pirate ship.
well then.
And
Yeah.
they look like samurai. What the fuck is up with that?
I don't know. Artistic expression,
They
as
look
they
like
would say.
samurai. They fight like ninja. Well, Yukimaru did.
Yeah, they're all over the place,
And they call themselves pirates.
and they live on Goblin Island.
And they live on
So
God. And they're the Goblin. Their names are the Goblin Team or whatever. The Goblin Squad or the What was it? The Goblin what?
it's Goblin something I can't remember.
Like, what the fuck is up with this team right now?
Yeah, but so anyhow, it's Fena the Pirate Princess, episode one, memories. So it just starts off. Fena's a princess, and it begins where she's getting cast away on a little lifeboat because the ship's on fire, and her friend Yukimaru sends her away. So she flash forward a couple years, she's in the house. Well, there's part of a bar where people are talking about how gorgeous and pretty she is, and they call her the White Marginal. And apparently, she's set to be married to a stranger. And her friend Angie, who's a red haired woman, she sits there and listens to Fenno, and Fenno comes up with plans to escape, which I love her plans to escape. Just the name and like the energy she carried in there. I was like, oh, that's cute. So then she comes up with a sleeping potion to knock out whoever was there that got her at the auction. And it was 10 years since she washed up on the island. And then two people, Salma and Otto, come to her rescue right before supposed to be taken to the top floor because she planned to make the guy sleep but then jump out the second floor. But they took her up to the top floor. So then they leave, and then my man Salmon got Zoro fever and goes the wrong way. So luckily there was they end up turning around and get in the alley, and then there was some guards come, and one got the one Salmon was going to sacrifice himself, but an arrow user put arrows in the guard's back, so they knocked him out. And then they split up again, and Otto's going to fight two guards, but you flash the Yukimaru's group, and they're like, "Oh, the twins will handle this." And then so they whatever happens, and then they get to the forest, and they're walking up, and they get accosted by a band of people, thieves, soldiers, whatever you want to call them. And then the swordsman comes out, which is the boy Yukimaru, and slays everyone in like a matter of 8 seconds.
Okay, so speaking of Yukimaru, he
Mm-hmm.
already seems like he's gonna be my favorite character in the show because he's a badass, kind of a dick.
I kind of like the twins so far.
I do like the twins. I love them. They're so stupid. I love it.
Yeah, the twins, and then Karen's pretty funny. Um,
um,
not Moku, but what's the other guy? You Shimaro or something? I got it
I
in here.
didn't get all of their names. It didn't dawn on me to keep track of names until I got to ReZero, and I
Yeah,
highlighted all the names that came up in that. But
yeah. So
um, real quick, I was just kind of confused on how Yukimaru, when he was trying to save Fena as a kid, how he kicked the boat sideways so far.
cause he's strong.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, he kicked that shit sideways, man. How did it get all the way over there?
He
Boats
kind
move
of kicked
forward.
it, but then it floated too. But hey, might have been a nice current.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, so he saves her, and Finna's like, "Oh, it's Yukimaru. Is that you? I know those eyes." Da, 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 da. And then he whaps her on the head with a stick.
Ruthless. Fucking ruthless. I like it.
I was like, "Dang." So then, second episode, she wakes up in the boat. She slept half a day, and then the dog got there. I think Brulee's the dog's name. He got
Mm-hmm.
there, and then the island mysteriously shows up out of the middle of nowhere, and it's Goblin Island. And then the warriors' missions was to get them safely to the island, and you find out her what surname, Fena Hootman, and the
Houtman or
old
something like
man,
that. Yeah.
yeah, the old man Yushi tells them the story how the people arrived at the island and how did the father Franz saved his people, and they now work a debt off to him and his descendants. And then the black haired woman Karen, she shows up and she shows Finna around the island, and then they she wanders to a bow shop where they meet this guy, give him a bow, and they deliver a bow to Shitan, which I thought they could have gave him a little better name than that. And Kurubu's the cook, and Injun Kaide are the twins. So, but flashback a little bit more. She's given the One Piece, which is like a stone, and she has to find the meaning behind it because that's how her father died. He died on a voyage for the stone, and then she said something about Eden, and he's gonna Yushi's gonna let her use a ship to complete a journey, and they end up leaving it in a submarine. But yeah, my girl got the One Piece. She's going on an adventure.
Looking for the rest of it.
Yeah, the rest of the One Piece.
I'd be mad as hell if the One Piece was a clear rock.
It might be,
Um,
but then what? Go ahead.
what was I gonna say? I don't remember. Go ahead.
Yeah. So episode 3, Barbarol is the island that they're going to. And then so the Admiral, they flash back to the island where she escaped, and the Admiral wants to get Finna back by any means. And they talk about the colonies. Apparently they're in like Eastern Europe and the colonies, which is it's kind of weird because it's like you're pirates in Eastern Europe. Like that what? That doesn't make sense. But anyhow, they go back to the submarine, discuss plans to go to the free island, they call it. That's not under tyranny or any sort of rule. And then they find out Borabal is like an island where pirates go to fence their booty. Arg. And they get there, everyone's running all over the place, and my man Shitan's a ladies' man. He almost gets a girl. I guess it was an escort. She was like, "Oh, for you, it's free." I was like, "Dang,
Yo, he was with it too. He was about to go all in.
yeah." Oh, the other guy like is Subaki. He's the little leader for the outing, and they go shopping for Finna because everyone recognizes her because of her hair. Oh, another factoid that happened before. In the
Would you say
first
his name
episode, she
was
cut off.
Subaki?
Yeah, yeah,
Yo,
she cut
so
off
like,
all of her hair.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Yukimaru likes it, so I guess that's good for them. But like, I was like, bro, you didn't have to cut your hair that short.
She did have some nice long hair. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I was like, bro, you didn't have to go that short.
yeah. I was like, oh, she's pretty.
You and
But
Yukimaru should switch hairstyles.
yeah,
Even though I like
so
Yukimaru's hair, but I liked her hair. But
yeah,
um, what would you say what the kind of captain leader is? Subaki.
yeah,
Yo, he reminds me of like Nami when Nami's trying to keep track of everybody.
That's what I kind of was thinking about. Why not Nami, but like a pseudo sub leader?
Yeah, like just the person trying to keep everyone organized, and you turn around and like the misfits are gone.
Yeah, kind of like a, I guess you could say like a Sakura, trying to when Kakashi's they're trying to get him in order. She's like Naruto, come on, that kind of deal. But yeah, Nami's an apt term for him. We could stick with the pirate analogs.
Mm-hmm.
So they find a shot with the one piece that's similar to the one piece she has.
Which I think is fake.
It could be, I don't know, but yeah. So the shopkeeper's a dirty old man, and he wants one night with Fena. And I'm like, ooh, nasty man. But the stone is way overpriced, and either Inju or Kaide shows them a lighter, and then they trade for it and trade for information. And then the guy that was supposed to marry her shows up. They fight, and everyone else returns to the ship. And then Yukimura's like, "Oh, where's Fena?" They're like, "Oh, we thought she was already here with the twins." And da da da. So he takes off running, just gone. And then he shows up to help his crew, the twins, fight a bunch of people. But that was a good fight with all the women. And he's like, "I won't hit a woman." And those women, they were great sword fighters too.
Yeah,
So I
my
was like,
man got
yeah,
serious,
you go,
put her
girl.
down, and said, "Call me."
He did. He's like, maybe we can go out somewhere sometime. So, um,
I, you know what? Cause I was like, when Yukimaru made a run for it with Fena, and like he got shot in the arm, he was like, "You need to start thinking about your actions, blah blah blah, this and that." And she really genuinely felt bad, and like he made her feel bad. It's like, damn, Yukimaru ruthless, but it ain't even her fault. The twins enabled her.
yeah. I mean, no, she always has a choice though.
Yeah, but she
You
doesn't
don't,
know their routine and what they do when they go places like that. You know what I mean?
but still, she could have stuck with the group.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, she could have like, no, I'm not gonna go off you guys. We're here as a group. But anyhow, they get back to the ship. They head off, and for punishment, they all get whacked with a stick and thrown overboard. And apparently, Finna is real special for some reason. I think it's probably like a bloodline or lineage or something. Who knows?
Yeah, because the suspicious noble guy who protected that girl turned out to be obviously turned out to be one of the bad guys. And the very last thing I wrote was, "Damn, my man Abel got a bomb ass naked redhead behind him. He thinking about Fena."
That's how it be in the city of dreams. But yeah, I do enjoy it. I think it's
I
it's a pretty it's off pace, something different kilter.
I get what you meant when you said it's different, and I was like, I'm not sure if I was expecting this.
Yeah, I definitely didn't think samurai swordsman. I thought she'd be like a princess that could fight a little or something, but
Yeah, so
no.
right now she's kind of useless,
Yeah,
and I don't know if I classify these guys as pirates.
yeah, not not that I know right now. Um, but maybe she's like Whitebeard's daughter or something, which would explain why she has the white hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. There's a whole bunch to see.
Now, Re Zero. Herbie, how'd you
Uh,
feel about this after you watched that first episode?
I feel like this gotta be the dumbest character since I watched Luffy.
Why? Why? It's always unprovoked.
Cause this man. No, I'll tell you why at the end of the recap.
Okay, all right. So Re Zero follows Subaru Natsuki, and he's just at the grocery store. He buys ramen and some chips. It looks like instant ramen and some chips. And when he gets out of the store and starts walking home, he blinks a couple times and boom, he's in a new world. Now, this man knows about isekais and stuff like that because he assumed he got summoned into this world with powers to protect someone and was looking for who summoned him. So it was a bit of a fourth wall break there because this is an isekai, I believe, and
I
he
mean, he didn't.
conf-
Well,
he
it's different though because he. It wasn't like he actually like died, but he just got into a different dimension.
yeah, but like that's the definition of isekai. You from one world to another.
Yeah, I thought more so you died and got reincarnated into another world.
No, no.
Or
There's some
or
people who
you,
consider Sword Art Online an isekai. I don't, but like there are people who consider it one, and it's VR. It's not. You don't go into another. I mean, you don't live in another world.
or something with an altered state of consciousness, like you fall asleep and then you wake up in a new world.
Yeah. So he starts walking around trying to figure out what the world is. Blah blah blah. You know, he sees demi. What do you what?
Demi humans.
They weren't even demi humans. They were like full on like and walking animals.
Yeah,
But he
those are
does see
demi
some
humans.
demi. Okay, all right, cool.
They're, they're humanoids, so like
Humanoids.
half human. But yeah, that felt. I was like, man, ain't no way she jumping across those wagons and not falling through. That I was like, that's unrealistic. And then the music in the shop kind of sounded Dragon Ball Z-ish to me. Did you catch that?
I didn't catch that.
Uh, like similar. I was like, oh, it wasn't like exactly, but like you like I could see this being used in Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, go ahead, continue. It's like a medieval world style culture.
Yep, and then so he's wandering around, realized he can't afford an apple, and even though he couldn't read it, it was still kind of called an apple. So even though he found out his money was useless, he still had his food and shit like that. So he came to the quick consensus that what was happening was real. He ends up in an alley, and three guys approach him, and he's like, "Oh, now's when I get my powers." And he took out the first two people, no fucking problem. And then as soon as Homeboy pulled out a two swords, he was down on his knees begging for his life. I'm like, bruh, what
She's like, I'm
happened?
sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
What happened? You had this money in the bag. All you had to do was kick him or something. Um,
Yeah. Then he
at
gets
this
stomped
point,
out.
we saw Felt. She did. She was like, nah, I can't help you, dude. And we'll call her Satella for now because that's the name she gave herself in the first go around. Satella shows up, and even though she makes it seem like she doesn't want to do it, she actually does want to help him and takes the time and watches over him. Blah blah blah. And that's when they go on their journey, and he decides he's gonna help her look for this. What was it? Like a pendant? No, it wasn't a pendant. What was it?
Emblem or something.
Like a magical emblem.
Ingram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little
Ingram or
magic stone
something.
with a crystal in it.
Yeah. Insignia, some.
So in their travels, they save this little girl who was lost, and they're going around looking for information. You know, they realize they didn't know each other's name. Subaru Natsuki introduced themselves as such, and Satella said just call her Satella. Okay, boom. She
Hmm.
also has a familiar named Puck. It's a cat that can change its size from small to kind of disturbing human form.
Yeah.
The thing looked weird. I was like, I don't like it. I don't like that form.
Oh, you love cats though.
I
That's
don't like it. I
crazy.
didn't like that form, bro. It shit look
The
weird.
cat person. Mm.
I can tell. I can say. I could see if he was like a bigger cat, but like he was like a human with cat skin.
Yeah.
Shit was weird. Okay, so they continue looking around. They come across the shop and ask the guy for information. Dude's like, if you're broke, no dice. Beat it. Oh, little girl with her mom shows up and is like, oh, these guys found me. And it's like, oh, my bad. I guess I will help you out. If you're looking for that lady, she's in the bad side of town. So they walk all the way to the bad side of town. And Subaru's like, I'm going to go in this house because they narrowed it down to a house where, like, do trades. Don't come in unless I say it's okay. Just wait guard out here. He goes in, sees big dude dead on the ground, turns around, and he gets attacked. Once he gets attacked, Satella comes in, tries to see what's going on. She gets attacked, and then he dies. Here's where I love the concept of this show because I've heard about it. Once he dies, Homeboy respawns back at the Apple shop where he met the guy, and dude's like, "See a ghost?"
That's the second time around.
No, he said it both times.
No,
Yes,
he didn't.
yes,
He he didn't.
yes.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'll just look this up after this to prove you wrong.
Okay, write it down. Look it up.
Yeah. But yeah.
So he respawns, and dude does Subaru is not putting two and two together. So he immediately goes to the house because he felt like he left Satella there, and he goes there. He meets the owner of the shop. They share a drink, and he describes what he's looking for. Dude says, "Oh, Felt might be ringing that." So that's when they all get acquainted, and Subaru offers his phone as a trade. She goes, "I would take that, but I have someone else actually meeting me to offer a trade for that as well. You're gonna have to compete with them." Okay, cool. Now, when this lady came in, did you know she was the one who killed him previously, or?
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah, I was just like, bruh, why are you not more suspicious of this lady?
And there was a little flash when he first saw her, but then it kind of dissipated. And I was like, bro, you know this lady was the one that killed you.
Mm-hmm. So
So
whatever, they go through negotiations, and Subaru won, and then they asked him what he's planning on doing. Oh, I'm gonna return it back to its owner. And I don't know why that was a trigger, but it's a trigger, and we're gonna learn it as we go on, obviously. But then she starts attacking everyone. She kills the giant. She kills Felt, and she kills Subaru. He spawns at the fucking Apple shop again and is freaking the fuck out. Excuse me for one moment. Fucking cats playing with blinds made me whip myself with a wire.
mm,
Ow, that fucking hurt. Okay, so spawns at the Apple shop again, and he says, "Yo, have you seen a ghost?" And correct me if I'm wrong, he faints right after that.
he does faint.
And when he finally comes to shop dude, even without knowing him, shows a nicer side of himself, gives him the apple and some water for free. But then he sees Satella and confronts her in the middle of public. Now yelling Satella, she turns around and is like, "Why would you call me the Wicked Witch of the whatever West or some shit?" And I'm like, Why'd you give him that name in the previous life? What's going on? What is this witch? And dumbass still doesn't know that he's responding in the past.
Yeah. So my whole thing is, it's like, one, the first time he went back, he didn't do stuff in the same order. Like, you're a gamer. Like, you knew, like, hey, this was the save point I had before or something. Like when you
Mm-hmm.
went to the first time to the shop. Like, you knew you was in the isekai or whatever, and you didn't try to do stuff the same way. And then the second time around, like, you couldn't figure out that lady killed you. Then you couldn't. Then when you got responded again, you didn't want to. You could have just ran up to Sutella and like, hey, remember me? But instead, you like screamed out because she was not walking very fast. Like, you could have ran up to her. Like, for as smart as he claims to be and knowledgeable about video games and stuff, like, he does make some bonehead stupid moves.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been like, oh, let me go back and redo the same stuff I did, but except at the shop, let me do something different here.
Yeah, but I do like how he took out those three delinquents the second time around.
Yeah, he went out and got the guy with the blades first, and then went with the other two. So, like, he's just not. Yeah, he's pretty dumb,
But what about
somewhat.
the concept? Though? Is the like, because this was what I was talking about. I was like, this could be like a really fun game depending on how they do it. Because it's like it completely changes your order of operations. Like you decide what you want to do when you want to do it, and like things kind of just go along the way it happens. Like, hey, um, you were here at this time last time, but you died and started over. If you go over here at this time, will it prevent something? Would it help you? Would it hurt you? You don't know. You know what I mean? I don't think we have the technology to make a game like that, but like, cause it'd be really fucking open ended.
I don't feel like it's open ended. I feel like it's more so a guided path, but how you get there is different type deal. Because he still to stop. If you think about it, the shopkeeper still ends up helping him,
Mm-hmm.
but not the help that he needed. So if he would have went back and got that help, it would might have been different, but still help. And he's still running across Sutella, and the shopkeeper still ends up dying. But the only change was Felt ended up dying too. So
Well, she
it
probably no. Maybe she didn't die last. I don't know.
you didn't they didn't show her body last time, so I'm going to say she either wasn't there
I think she
or
died because she said in the second life that she wouldn't do the negotiations by herself because people would take advantage of her because of her size.
yeah.
So I don't know why else Homegirl would kill the shopkeeper and not kill Felt at the same time.
Felt might not have gotten there at that time, you know.
That's
So
also possible.
it could have been a series of events trigger one another that put such stuff in motion.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? But yeah, he just irked me with that. I'm like, man, it, man, listen, Mm-mm-mm. Yeah,
Jujutsu.
Jujutsu, my man. Mm-mm-mm. All right, so this installment of Jujutsu Kaioken, Hikari talks about the fever, equates life to gambling, big big wrists and small wrists and all sorts of stuff. We found out that Gojo can't drink or something weird because Yuji's like, oh, he's like, you want to drink, Yuji? He's like, no, I can't or whatever. And basically, we found out that there's a conservative faction and they don't like his non-conventional jujutsu techniques of Hikari and I think Karari because they kind of can't be explained. They're new. But then we found out Karari, her cursed technique marks cursed energy, and her techniques based on constellations. And so my man Megami, big brain IQ Kakashi level, uh, figures out that she stamps stuff with curses, um, or like the rally, like it's like a. He starts likening it to a board game, and you find out that there's 5 points, and you have to move in a certain order. And this is when he uses the white rabbit and his wolf tries to catch Kurare. So Megami figures out that you to move the curse energy, they like pull each other or push. So then my boy uh, Ken starts beating on Yuji, and then he uses curse energy, and it's kind of like his curse energy has like a blade to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we found out that Yaga actually died, and then a player adds a rule to the culling game. Players shall have access to information on other players, such as name, points, number of rules added, and current colony.
Which is smart on the girl's part, because like just because you have no points doesn't mean you weren't killing people. Oh my god, I have hiccups.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, What Hajime Kishimo has 200 points, and uh, Kanye already like the little thing already counts in Yuji as a participant, even though he hasn't formally declared intent. So, which lead us to believe that Sukuna might have entered a contract with Kenjaku. So, I was like, oh, that makes sense because Sukuna's in there, part of the culling game, and Megami formulates his plan to get his sister out of the game, and then it starts off. Let's see. It starts off by another. They do something weird here. It's like a chapter where a guy gets interrogated, and he was supposed to be innocent, but they end up finding him guilty on the second trial, even though he was not the person that killed some person. And then I kind of thought it was weird, but I think Kenjaku is Yuji's mother.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, yeah. So, cause I was thinking about that, I was like, oh, that's weird.
Because in the
But
flashback of the father and mother, the mother had the scar on her forehead.
yeah,
So whoever's possessing Ghetto right now was like possessing Yuji's mother.
yeah. So, and then they get into the barrier and they send them all out. And we found out that randomly it's 1 out of 9 locations you spawn to. And my man Megami runs into a woman named Remy.
Beats her fucking ass.
Yeah. And he's like, I don't have time to play games. And he's like, will you be my knight? And she was like, and he was like, sure, just show me where to go. I need information. So that was it. That's it for Jujutsu Kaisen for a while.
Yeah, the next chapter won't be out next episode. I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see where that goes.
Um, yeah, I mean, now's a good time since we caught up with Jujutsu. Now's a good time for you to catch up with My Hero.
I might catch up with My Hero.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you.
Depends on how I feel. Do
But if
something
you check
different.
if you check your Discord, I have sent
I did.
the
I
file
read it
and
already.
I titled it spoiler.
Yeah, I read it.
So, anything else that you'd like to discuss, Irby?
Uh, let's discuss this spoiler real quick.
No, let's not fucking discuss anything about
Um,
that. Not the
hey,
name or
beautiful
anything.
big boy. Oh, this reads like a hentai. Oh God.
You fucking piece of shit.
Nah,
How
I'm just
dare
kidding,
you?
folks.
How dare you compare my baby to some hentai?
Yeah, nah, I'm just
Namaste.
kidding. But, but yeah, no, I don't have anything.
And homeboy Clutch, when you actually listen to this, just check your Discord. It'll be there.
So yeah, and Demon Slayer game coming out. That's what I'm excited about.
Yo, I'm about to pre-order it right after we're done with
And
this.
it's 2 player.
Oh, it's 2 player?
Yes,
Like
online
online?
2 player. Yep.
Irby. But I want to record it. Irby.
Shoot.
You wanna be my co?
I might think about it.
Okay, let me know.
Yeah.
Cause
But
we have the Discord, so I don't have to worry about recording the PS5 voice chat.
mm-hmm.
You're like the perfect person to play PS5 games with and record it.
Yeah. Yeah, also I was I was thinking about this the other day after our little discussion we was having.
Oh my
Crack
god,
myself up.
man. Oh my
But
god. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You
but
leave
yeah,
him out of this podcast.
yeah, I was gonna say if I needed to be saved and Luffy was the only one to save me, guess what?
You let yourself die.
Nah, man, I'm gonna let him save me. I'm trying to live, bro. What you mean?
He would. He would.
Yeah, yeah. But anyhow, yeah. I just figured I'd give you a little different, show your boy some love.
Might as well show him some love. All you do is hate
I,
on him.
shoot, I ain't an idiot, bro. Dang, I'm trying to
Oh,
live.
guys, that was this week's installment of Herbal Synergy. Again, that's IRBALSINERGY. You can listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and other shit. And it goes on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about it. I don't know. That wasn't the cleanest outro, but like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
Peace.